2. Welcome everybody to the Downtime Show with your host, Robert Jackson.
Oh, this must be the place. Welcome everybody to Downtime, especially all of our people in the Gila River Indian community. Now, I am a member of this glorious tribe, just barely, but I'm still a member. I'm actually more Mexican than anything. And my grandmother was half Hopi, but it's not like I had a choice on the matter. Being so assorted did lead to some identity issues growing up. One day, my dad would be taking us to co-op in District 6, and then later that night, we'd be cheering on Julio Cesar Chavez in the backyard of one of my mom's cousins. But I've learned to embrace both sides of my ancestry. Sometimes I switch depending on which supermarket I'm in, but for the most part, this is who I am. It actually took a while to get in touch with my native side, though. I'm not gonna lie. It really wasn't until one clear summer night when I walked into Fat Tuesdays on Mill Avenue. I saw all those native chicks. I said, I could get used to this. Every time I went there, I just started showing my tribal ID to the doorman instead of my driver's license. And sometimes it was hard to convince those girls that I was native. I had to tell them, hey baby, don't worry. Pete at Pediatrics at the Indian Hospital, it's my dad's cousin. So anyway, we're here having a good time. We have wonderful lineup of guests. My co-host Claude is with me. We're gonna have a terrific and enjoyable evening. I wanna give it up to the Downtime Band. They're gonna play us a little ditty. Downtime, what you got? And we're back, everybody. Downtime Band, man. They really know how to play that music for me to walk those 3 steps. I don't know how they do it. It's uncanny. But as you know, it wouldn't be Downtime without this next individual. So I want to give him a very lackluster introduction. My brother, my co-host, Claude Jackson. Touch another man's apple. I don't know if you've ever heard.
They're serving coffee right over there, man.
I think you need to switch to decaf because I don't know how you guys pull it off every time. You look a little overexcited. So you're looking pretty good. I haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right?
Doing all right. I'm doing all right. I was taken aback by when you talked about the Phoenix Indian Hospital.
Oh, the Indian Hospital. Yeah. You know
I was born there. Show of hands, who's been born at Phoenix Indian Hospital? Who survived it?
How many people almost died there?
Yeah, that's actually a story there.
You know what? Because I would go to the Indian Hospital more than I would come to like the reservation. I used to think 16th Street and Indian School was a part of the reservation.
Yeah.
I thought they put that land in the trust a long time ago. I guess not.
Yeah, I remember the lines that would show you where to go. What is it, like orange, blue, red, yellow, maybe.
And I think that TV was only on like Channel 5 because there was nothing but soap operas every time I had to wait there.
Soap opera. There was a lot of Bonanza, Big Valley. It was Little House on the Prairie.
You remember how big my file was? It was like about that big.
Asthma all the time with the asthma.
You know what? When I was a kid, in order to get a breathing treatment from the Indian Hospital, I had to be like blue, like one of those fish when it's out of the water. Now you walk in, they give you you sneeze one time, boom, you're getting a breathing treatment.
Yeah.
So and remember where it was? It was like on downstairs, like by the morgue where I would have to go. And then one time they even gave me my own breathing machine that I had to take to school. So I was on the bus with all the high school kids going to South and I had like my little.
Yeah, he looked like a total loser.
But hey, I'm here. So, to all those doctors.
Wait, if I may, I know all the doctors, everyone that's been helping with that, but shout out to the gift shop.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know where else I would get those Rolos candies if it wasn't for the gift shop at IHS.
Right in the middle, like a I don't know, like aquarium. It was
Yeah.
like all glass encased, and you walk in there.
And it was the same white lady that worked there for about 40 years, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think my mom bought a sand painting from there and gave it to my dad.
That's probably when she was mad at my dad.
I guess they didn't, I don't know. We're there so much. My mom, I think she was able to like pay it off because I was there so often. She would give the lady like $5, $10 just to buy it. But you know what?
Actually, IHS has improved so much that now Gila River's got two clinics here that caters to Gila River. Three now. That's right.
Yeah. So, and trust me, I'm familiar with all of them. But you know what? We're here. We're standing. So hey, they must have did something right. But man, looking at this lineup for our show.
Oh yeah.
So we have a very inspirational guest, a guy named Darryl Gooden. I know he's going to really turn some heads. And then there's also a young lady, a dancer and a prancer. I'm talking about Nicole Boni with Let's Dance Phoenix. So she's going to show us all about dance and how she got into it. So that's going to be an interesting story. Of course, we have the Downtime band with us as always. So we're going to take a short, tiny, miniature, like you can't even tell how short this break is going to be.
Like it just happened.
It's like, see, that was a break right there. So we're going to take one just a little bit longer than that. And we're going to come right back with Darryl Gooden. You guys don't go nowhere. Downtime. Here we are. Everybody, welcome back to Downtime. We're going to bring on our first guest. This is a gentleman that I had the pleasure of meeting not too long ago. Fascinating, wonderful story. He's been doing a lot of great work in the community. Let's hear it for the chairman and CEO of the Keeping Teachers Teaching Foundation, Mr. Darryl Gooden. Oh man, Darryl, I know you're a former athlete. I know you used to tote that rock. Okay, you're on the 1 yard line, Super Bowl. 1 second left. You got one more run in you, one more leap. Can I give it to you? Can you give me that touchdown?
Of course you can count on me. But I wish I would have made it to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but you know what? It seems like every day you're winning at something. You got this foundation. So before we get into that, who was the Darryl Gooden before? Like what kind of background did you grow up in? Who was that young man way back in the day?
Well, back in the days, way 40-some years ago,
okay,
born and raised in a small town in Shelby, Mississippi, from a single parent, 14 siblings, from crack, cocaine, depression, Section 8. I was that kid.
Sounds kind of dysfunctional, if you don't mind me saying.
Very dysfunctional. I mean, very dysfunctional. You know, my mom had 15 of us from 5 different men, so I lived that life. And also, I was diagnosed with ADHD and a speech impediment and a learning disability.
Okay, so you have this environment you're growing up in, and then something's not quite right with your ability to learn. How did you overcome all that?
Well, you know, through the years, when I was growing up, you know, I was the teacher's nightmare. Okay. And when I say teacher's nightmare, every day I spent more time at home than in school because I was getting kicked out, cussed the teachers out,
cussing them out,
getting fights with my classmates.
You didn't have a speech impediment when you were cussing them out?
No, the fist was like, pow, you know what I'm saying? I had that in me, you know what I'm saying? And this was my mechanism, you know, of fighting. Mm-hmm. And the teachers was there all the time at my home, snatching us up out of bed because my mom only had a 3rd grade education. So education wasn't the centerpiece in the family. To get an education, it was about surviving and working. Mm-hmm. So when I got into playing sports and the coach said, don't pass, no play, that hit me because everybody telling me, you're going to make it to the NFL, you keep playing ball the way you're playing. So, and the teacher says to me, Mr. Gooden, you're a DF student. I was in every remedial class that was to offer. And I mean, barely can read, barely can write. So I get an opportunity my 8th grade year to play football with the guys during recess time. Mm-hmm. And I spiked the ball after I scored a touchdown and got to fighting with one of the football players that actually played. Okay. And the coach saw us, you know, getting into it. And the coach said, come here, kid.
Why are you beating up my star player?
Exactly. He said, man, look, you need to think about coming out here playing football because I like your speed. And I told him, man, football is for suckers, man. I walked away. He said, come back here. He said, give me 10 push-ups for saying that. I said, what did I do? He said, you cussed me out. I said, because I said suckers. He said, give me 10 more.
Yeah.
So that's what led me into playing football. And I stepped out there on the football field with the guys. And they said, here's that guy, man, 3 days ago who outran you and scored a touchdown on you.
Mm-hmm.
So coach put the ball in my hand. He said, look, I'm going to put you in running back. And at that time, he said, do you know what running backs are? I said, yeah, I'm like Franco Harris and Walter Payton. He said, yeah. I said, go left, go right. Man, that's easy. Man, soon I touched that ball. Yeah. The same guy that I scored that touchdown on knocked me out.
Okay.
When I say they say Tweety Birds you saw, I saw it.
Okay. See, I have a similar story. Not only did I see Tweety Bird, I saw the Roadrunner, I saw the Coyote and everybody. But we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get in more to how, athletics took you out of Mississippi and kind of changed your whole life. And then also we got to get into this Keeping Teachers Teaching Foundation. You guys are doing a lot of cool stuff. So we're going to take a quick, tiny break, and we're going to come back with my main man, Darryl Gooden. Don't go nowhere. We are back here at Downtime. We have Darryl Gooden, our guest today. Now, Darryl, education played a big role in your life, and then you got involved in athletics. So by the time you started thinking about football as a career, what stage in life were you at? Like, it sounds like college played a big, important role in your life too?
Yeah, the coach who actually got me into playing football my senior year, he called me into the office, and he said, look, Darryl, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay. So I thought I got in trouble or something. He said, look, your grades are not where they need to be. Mm-hmm. Right now, you're a DF student.
DF.
DF. That means DF.
Like the F or D?
The F.
Okay.
That you ain't gonna make it. You gonna fail.
If there was something past an F, you'd probably be hitting that too.
That's it, exactly. And it was like he reached down by his desk and pulled out a bag and opened up letters from over 20 universities and college.
Really?
Scholarships.
With your name on it?
With my name on it, Darryl Gooden, with football, basketball, and track scholarships.
Track?
Everything.
What about badminton, gymnastics?
Badminton, we didn't know what that was in Mississippi. We barely had enough students in the class. With that, I was like, Coach, what's going on with this? And he was like, look, I got a college that really wants you. I end up going to this community college by the name of Mississippi Delta Community College. Okay. And the coaches at that college said, we left one scholarship for you because we know you'll be here.
Man, I think we need to have you on like at least another show because your story has a whole nother chapter after that because you went into professional sports and you've been an employee at Gila River Hotels and Casinos for 20 plus years. But the thing about you that you got going on now, while we're winding down here, is this Keeping Teachers Teaching Foundation.
Yes.
Give us the spiel about that.
We are the only nonprofit organization that is an advocate for teachers and supporting teachers that need assistance. And so what we're creating grants for teachers.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we do so they can further their education, support them in the national board certification, and also assist teachers on paying their rent up to $500. Also assisting them on their utility bills. We are the only one because you have the military that is supported by a disabled vet, Wounded Warriors, Salvation Army take care of the homeless. You have dogs and cats get taken care of by Humane Society. Yeah. But when it comes to an educator, first responders get taken care of, 100 Club once again. But for a teacher, makes $2 too much to qualify for any kind of government assistance. They can't go to no one to ask for assistance in need because there is no one. So we started Keeping Teachers Teaching.
I got to tell you, as much as I love this country and all, that's one of the things where I think this country needs to catch up on is that's free education and paying our teachers. Because these are individuals.
Have a big strike about that?
Yes. Yeah, exactly, and that's
still going on.
That makes a statement right there that our teachers really need to be taken care of, and when we have to have these kind of movements to just to pay teachers enough to pay their rent, I think we got a problem there, but I'll get off the soapbox now. I just want to say.
Everybody. we understand that this is an enormous situation, and Darryl has a unique insight into that. But we want to thank Darryl for coming out, man, and letting us know about his foundation. and also a little inspiration because it's a motivational man as far as you as you guys can plainly see. Where can people find out about the work you've been doing?
Well, they can go to the website as www.keepingteachersteaching.org.
So we want to thank Darryl. We're going to come back. We have a wonderful dancer, Nicole Boni. She's going to come tell us about her organization as well. We got a nice dance routine set up for you guys. So we're going to take a short break. I want to thank Darryl for coming, and we're going to be right back. Don't go nowhere. Downtime band playing the good stuff today, man. These guys are on top of their game as always. And we want to bring out our second guest, this young lady, man. She's got all the moves, if you know what I'm saying. And she's really been doing a good job of not only teaching people how to dance, but kind of like giving them confidence, man, in some of these awkward social situations. If you're feeling weird, you can just get up and do one of her moves, and I think you can get out of that situation. But let's bring her out. You guys remember her, Nicole Boni. She runs Let's Dance Phoenix. Let's hear it for Nicole. Nicole Boni, I didn't know you were a dancer. This took me by surprise, but I guess we've been seeing her dance over the years.
I've known her for a long time, since she was a little teenager.
Okay.
Nothing weird.
Yeah, this is getting interesting.
Nothing weird. I was the reporter for Grid, and she was in the youth council. And Unity, she used to teach dance classes even back then.
At
Zumba.
Unity. Yeah. Zumba. Wait a minute. I thought Zumba was a recent fad. This thing's been around that long?
Oh, it's been around. It's an ancient. That and Lambada are ancient dances from people in South Africa.
What's better, Zumba or Lambada, if you had a choice?
Lambada.
Okay.
Oh, you heard it here first.
All right. This is getting pretty saucy here. So, Nicole, you have a dance company, that's right? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the company's called Let's Dance Phoenix,
Okay.
and I just started at the end of last year. Yeah. And it's just bringing ballroom dancing to the reservation. So the first dance series that I taught was bachata and salsa, and I'm currently teaching country two-step and rumba.
Okay, so you went out to the reservation, you looked around and said, you know what, this place really needs some ballroom dancing.
Yes, exactly.
There's competitions with ballroom dancing, right?
Yes, there is, and that'll probably be something I'd try to do, maybe bringing Dancing to the Stars here on the reservation.
All right,
Yeah.
Well, you've heard it here, folks. I mean, we have some lofty goals for our good friend Nicole. Now, so when you're trying to get people interested in dancing, now some of us are kind of shy.
Yep.
We don't like to dance.
Yep.
We only have that one same dance move that we've
The
been doing,
cumbia. Yes, the
And
cumbia.
all cumbias are different. They're not all created equal. So how do you attract people to learn with you?
I think it's more so just letting people come and see what it's all about. And then once they come in and see it's not as hard as they thought it was, just building confidence, getting camaraderie, lots of jokes, lots of, hey, if somebody like me can do it, you can too.
Okay.
So it just starts from a very basic concept.
What if I ask someone to dance and they say no?
Well, you just got to keep moving. There's just no reason to
Not
get
that that's
upset
ever
about
happened.
that.
Not that
No. The key to that is they say no and then do a spin and go, you just missed a good thing, baby.
Exactly.
And then just sashay away. That's the key to it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, dancing, it seems like it's a good way to even stay in shape.
Absolutely.
I mean, is there a physical health aspect to it?
There is. The brain is constantly moving when you're learning a pattern. Okay. It's called muscle memory. Yeah. So sometimes when you are learning a concept such as moving your body, speaking, chewing gum, and turning a lady at the same time.
Chewing gum as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Your body has to learn how to maneuver different ways to help your partner and then keep your momentum going. So it's cardiovascular, it's a lot of muscle memory. I mean, it's overall a good feeling. I've had a couple of students that come to my class that would say, I feel so much better.
Really?
I had a stressful day and you just took my hour of, stressing out about something completely away.
Okay, so the next time like I'm having road rage, I'll just pull over and start some salsa.
So salsa, yes.
Okay, now
Exactly.
What is your particular favorite, your specialty?
Ooh, my
If you
favorite
had to choose?
salsa.
Salsa.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it about the salsa dance that appeals to you so much?
Well, I'm a quarter Cuban, so I think that's something people don't know about
Well,
me.
I think that's
Oh, that's
right.
right. Yeah.
She's a quarter Cuban, and that sounds like you have interesting makeup. So you are a community member?
Yes.
And so kind of explain to us like where you come from and all that.
I'm come from District 5, Vaki area,
Good.
and grew up here on the reservation. I've learned my dance lessons here in Mesa with an instructor that pretty much had a lot of heart and kind of gave that feeling of, hey, you can do this. Like,
Really?
you're so good at music, you can hear things. So traveled all across the world. I lived in Germany, I taught there. So I
Okay.
taught with a couple of the Rose Barracks. I was a military wife.
Good.
So I taught a lot of the spouses and people that were still stationed back in Germany. So
Is that right?
yeah, so this little Gila River girl went to Germany and taught there.
If you don't think your interests have a range like that, you could go all over the world with just a little salsa dance. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's incredible. Now, so my brother is very light on his feet. Every time,
But heavy above the feet.
yeah. So it's kind of an odd combination.
Okay.
So if you watch our show, you notice his introduction. It's like he's walking on air. So when when he
okay.
comes over here, I mean, if you're looking for a partner, a potential dancer,
Okay.
or whatever, then I think he's the one that you're going to.
Well, I would
Sure.
like to learn a few moves because I do have the cumbia down. I do have the b-boy breakdancing down.
Yeah.
I learned that from our cameraman Ruben.
Thanks, Ruben, by the way.
But yeah, I'd like to learn on the salsa with the salsa music, just enough, the dancing, just enough so my wife can say, "Hey, nah, that's the reason I fell in love with that
All right.
fat slob." So
we
you can get me to that point.
Yeah, can you show him just
Sure,
enough, just enough to
absolutely.
fake it?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing too serious. Okay.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly. So we're gonna take a quick, tiny, short break, and we're gonna come back with the owner of Let's Dance Phoenix, along with my brother Claude, and they're gonna be doing a nice little dance routine along with the Downtime band. So we're gonna go to a quick break. Don't go nowhere. And welcome back to Downtime. As promised, we have Nicole Boni, and she's going to be giving us a nice little demonstration with our novice dancer. But he's very willing. My brother Claude and the Downtime band, they're going to be giving them a nice little groove to dance to. So Nicole, take it away.
Okay, so the dance we're going to be learning to today is bachata, and you can find all of this on our letsdancephoenix.net website. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So bachata beginning is going to start, gentlemen always leading with their left, ladies are always right, so don't forget that. Okay, so it's going to go step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap, and step, close, step, tap. Go ahead. Step, tap, step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap. Now this is great and all, but you want to do some cool stuff like a turn. So if we would add a turn to this, you're going to commence to the left. And then you see how well he followed along. Step, close, step, tap, 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 step, close, step, tap. You should be looking at your partner when you're doing this.
Okay.
Yes. So the idea is to be social and to make sure that your partner is doing a good job. Never want your lady to spin around and dance with somebody else. So the idea, keep connected, watch your footwork, and have a great time. Yes.
All right.
Done? Done? Yeah.
Oh, this is good. So, how about can I do a dip?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, show me how to do it.
Okay. So you're going step, close, step, tap,
Oh, I gotta
step,
step.
close,
step, tap, step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap,
Whoa.
step, close. You have to get closer.
Okay.
And then go that way.
You know what?
I'm on one foot.
Okay, you know what? You're too tall for me. I need someone. Rob, come here, Rob. I need someone that is in the.
Oh God.
Okay. All right, here it is. So, Rob is the female. Something like that. Okay, so. All right, so how are we doing this?
So you're going underneath. Yes.
Underneath.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, and step, close, step, tap, step, close, step, tap. What's the
Eyes,
last
look at
one?
my eyes, look at my eyes.
Yeah, and shake your hips. Step, tap, step, close, step,
Tap, step, and then. All right, now, ready? You're gonna dip, okay? And go dip.
That's not what you should be doing, ever. That's
Okay.
not what you should do.
Okay, I think I got it. My brother doesn't. So.
Do not do that at home. Yes,
Okay.
do not do that at home.
Actually,
Come to my lessons and you will be safe.
yes, that was some of my floor moves. It goes back to my breakdancing days. Well, we want to thank Nicole for coming out once again. Give us a plug about your company one more time.
Let'sDancePhoenix.net is the website. And we're on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Awesome. We want to thank all of our guests. We want to thank Nicole. We want to thank the Downtime Band. Everybody out there in GRBC land. We hope you guys had a good time. Downtime Band, they're going to take it away with our theme song as always. Tune in next time. We got some more special guests and wonderful performances. See you guys. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm drunk. Can you dance for 3 people? Oh, like, oh, this is never been seen before. All right.
That's a Rueda. That's
Oh, I feel it now. I feel it. I feel it. Oh, man. That was good stuff. You gotta work on your dipping now.